5 major elements to physical fitness. Daniel Paulino here, a holistic health coach, helping you release unwanted weight and overcome alcohol addiction. So today I'm going to talk about 5 key elements or components that is going to create a healthier you, right? And so these pieces, you want to combine them. If you're doing one, that's cool. But if you're doing 5, you're going to be just really prospering. So hit the like button, comment below what other videos do you want to see. Let me know which one of these are you doing, incorporating, and let's get right into it. So the first component is muscular strength. So in order to build more muscular strength, one of the things you want to do is you want to find an activity that you, aside from strength training, which I'm going to add more as we go, but you want to find an activity that you do that is going to feel like play. You're actually playing. It's not exercise. You're playing. You're going out there and playing something that you can do daily. And it doesn't have to be one activity. It could be multiple activities, because yes, sometimes it gets boring. If you're doing the same thing over and over again, it's going to get boring. So now, one of the things that happens is that when you do exercise, it's going to release those endorphins, they'll feel good, right? So if you want to feel more energized, more vibrant, you want to vibrate at a higher level, you want to incorporate different forms of exercises, and that's going to really help you. Next, one of the things that you might want to do is practice doing a juice cleanse, because a lot of us are going through life where about 12 to 15 pounds of meals backed up. If you look at your stomach, if you have a belly if you look at it and it's like a little basketball, it's backed up meals. So you might want to do a juice cleanse to help you cleanse your body from all of that and help get your gut bacteria working properly, because that's going to help you build more strength. Because as you eat proper foods, if you have a bunch of junk in your stomach, guess what? You're not going to be able to absorb the food properly. It's going to back up. So you might want to consider doing a juice cleanse. Next, some of that things that just implementing some of the physical activities you could do is walking, dancing, swimming, basketball. Those are just some of the ideas that you might want to experience. So, and the key thing is that you want to make it so that you feel disappointed if you don't go out and exercise, you don't go out there and play, because a lot of it is just psychological, like, oh, I have to go to the gym, I have to do this. No, but you want to do activities that you're going to feel disappointed if you don't go out there and do it. So let's talk about element number 2, which is muscular endurance. So some of the things that you could do to build that muscular endurance, or your endurance overall, and think of endurance as, let's say you're a boxer, right? I used to box when I was 15, probably 15 to 20. And what the endurance would come in, where you would be, boxing rounds are 3 minutes, you get a minute break, and you would find yourself that after 1 round, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, you're done. You're out of energy, and that's when people come in and beat you up, right? And so one of the things that you can do to build that endurance is do things like aerobic exercises. So you could go on YouTube, do research different videos, but some of the things is like jumping jacks, dropping, doing a push-up, getting up. And so there's various forms of aerobic exercises that you can do. Next, what else can you add to improve endurance is high intensity training. So this is where you go. What I do, I go to the gym because it's safer. You have the machines, right? If you're doing free weights, you could easily get injured. So get a machine, put a weight that you could do maybe at least 8 to 12. That's how you know if the weight is proper. Because if it's too heavy, you're not going to be able to exercise it. You can injure yourself. If you're too low, you're not going to do enough progressive overload that you need, right? So you go slowly, pushing and pulling out, pushing, bringing it forward, slowly until you burn out, until you can't do anymore. And then you go to another exercise. And so you want to focus on having proper posture, but the key thing is going slowly until you burn out, until you can't do anymore. And sometimes, let's say you're lifting 150 and you can't do anymore, drop it to like 130 and then go again, and then drop it to 80 and then all the way down to 20 in increments until you can't do anymore. But make sure you go slowly. and that's gonna build your endurance. And another key thing is that when it comes to your lower body is set up a little bit different from your upper body, whereas your upper body, it could respond to lower reps. Your lower body responds to more reps, because think about it, you're on your legs all day, but you're not really lifting with your upper body. So when it comes to your legs, pick a weight where you could do, reps of 100. Do reps of 100 and then just switch to another exercise. And the same principle, you go nice and slow until you exhaust yourself. But make sure you're getting more reps. The legs require more reps and more weights. But like I said, you wanna get a weight, you wanna feel it out to where you're getting 70, 100, around that range of rep, and then you might switch to another leg exercise, another leg machine. And so I personally do switch up. I do switch up my exercise activities, but then obviously you want to allow yourself to rest anywhere from 3 to 6 days per, if you're doing upper body or lower body, because that's where it's gonna grow. If you're doing this properly, you're gonna feel that you're not gonna be able to work out the next day or the second day or the third day, right? That's why sometimes people take steroids to be able to work out more frequently, but obviously you don't want to go that route. So the next thing is building cardiovascular health. And I alluded to this earlier, but the best thing you can do is just simply walking. Everybody can do it. I mean, I think up to 90% of people could walk. I guess some people cannot walk. But in that case, maybe you could, let's say if you're in a wheelchair or you're incapacitated, I think that's the word. I don't know. You could that would be a different option. You could get creative with that, but for most people, walking is very safe and is very effective. You want to do it for at least 30 minutes, 40 minutes to an hour. Ideally, an hour. Go 30 minutes each way. So if you go 30 minutes one way and then coming back, that's 30 minutes. That's an hour right there. And you should make your health a priority. So yes, walk from work. If you're going to work, walk. Right? Go for a daily walk with your family. Everybody can do this. So that's going to build that cardiovascular health. It's going to help you stay lean. It's going to help you lose fat. And so I said walking. You could also do swimming and then cycling. The same thing, the same concept. And you want to switch it because sometimes it gets boring. Walking every day gets boring. Like I've been walking a lot this week. Today, after I finish these videos, I'm gonna go for a bike ride and I'm excited about that, right? And so that's how you want to incorporate it, multiple things. Now, the next component of physical fitness that you want to look at is the flexibility. Now, this is something that when I added it, I experienced tremendous benefits. And when I stopped doing it, all the pain came back. So you're gonna notice this if you're already in pain, start doing it, and then if you stop doing these, the pain is gonna come right back. So what are these things? Stretches, right? Different stretches, right? So go on YouTube, find different stretches. I have different routines that I do myself, but there's different stretches you can do out there. Stretch your. I wish I could have done a more demonstration, but just go on Google and put different stretches for different body parts, and you want to spend 5 to 10 minutes every day, ideally in the morning, doing stretches. That's the first thing you want to do. Now, so that's the main thing. You want to incorporate that, and you want to see where is it that you have any pain. So if you have pain in your lower back, in your knee, in your ankle, you want to alienate where is it that you feel pain, and you want to find stretches that are going to apply to that specific pain. And so yes, the body is all connected, but when you find all those different components, you're going to find yourself really thriving as you incorporate all of that. So the next component of the next element of physical fitness is your body composition. So you have different metrics. People track their body weight percentage, right? You want to be around 70% water. If you're below that, you're dehydrated. If you're above that, you might have too much hydration, if that's even a thing, right? So the next thing you could consider is your body fat percentage, right? It varies by gender, by height, and by muscle composition, because you also have the belly fat percentage. And like I said, That's one of the reasons I walk around, I see a lot of people with belly fat, and that's a huge problem, because number one, it's a sign that you're sick, but number two, it's very unappealing. It's very unappealing. If you want to become more attractive, at the bare minimum, have a flat belly, right? Make sure you have, you're lean, you're healthy. But this, because I see a lot of guys who are skinny, but then when you look at their stomach, it's popping out. And so that's why I recommend you go on a juice cleanse, because the juice cleanse is going to help you remove all the mucus, all the mucoid plaque, all the fecal matter, all the backed up meals that you have in your stomach. That's why it's popping out. You want to do a juice cleanse, and that's going to allow you to have that flat belly, right? And remove that belly fat. Now, the next thing that is important about a juice fast or a juice detox, obviously, is going to help you detox. It's going to help you remove back the fecal matter, and so on and so forth. And once you do finish that, you want to make sure that you are going to a healthier diet. Like I said, eat more fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, things like that. Whole, raw, natural, living foods. Your foods should not be dead, should not be tortured. Your food should be closest to its natural form, right? Because that's how God gave it to us. Just the closest it is to what God hands us, the better it is. Once you start messing with it, that's where it goes bad. So there you go. Let me do a quick recap. The 5 major elements of physical fitness. You have vascular health, muscular endurance, cardiovascular health, flexibility, body composition. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the like button and subscribe for more.